Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're heading high, really high, into the Himalayas to talk about a trek that's honestly legendary. The Annapurna circuit. It's known for, jaw-dropping beauty, but there's so much more beneath the surface. We're talking vibrant cultures, some really interesting conservation work.
Absolutely.
So our mission today is to unpack what makes this route tick. We want to go beyond just the basic travel guide stuff and really get into the costs, the people, the whole unique spirit of the place.
And we've got a good range of material to draw on for this. Cost breakdowns for trekkers, some fascinating reports on conservation projects, cultural insights. Gives a pretty rounded picture, I think.
It should do. You'll get a feel for not just what you see, but maybe what it means to be there.
Exactly.
So let's start with the basics. The Annapurna circuit, it's more than just a hike, right?
Oh, definitely. It's this epic long-distance route in Nepal. People call it a Himalayan highlights reel for a reason.
Okay, how long are we talking?
It's roughly a 190-kilometer loop, circling the huge Annapurna Massif. You're basically immersed in these massive landscapes the whole time.
And the altitude change must be immense.
It really is. You start quite low near Bizahar, maybe around 760 meters, and then you climb all the way up to the Throngla Pass.
Which is?
Seriously high, 5,416 meters, so massive ascent. And you cross the Kali Gandaki Gorge too, the world's deepest apparently.
Wow, so the total climb is huge.
Over 10,000 meters of total elevation gain, easily.
Yeah.
And all the while, you've just got these constant, incredible views of snow-capped giants.
Sounds amazing, but definitely challenging. What about the practical side for someone thinking of doing it? Like, how long does it actually take?
Well, that varies quite a lot. You could rush it in maybe 9 days, but most people take longer, maybe up to 22 days. Depends on your speed, side trips, acclimatization.
Right, acclimatization is key at those heights. And cost. What's a ballpark figure?
Generally, for the trek itself, so not including your flights to Nepal, you're looking at something like 400 to 700 pounds, maybe 500, 800 US dollars.
Okay. And daily spending on the trail? Food, water?
Budget around 20 to 40 pounds a day, or maybe $25 to $50. That should cover your food and drinks in the tea houses.
Now, there's something really important about money on the circuit, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely critical. Cash. You have to carry cash and enough for the whole trek.
Why is that?
There are basically no ATMs once you leave the main towns like Bisisahar or Pokhara. And cards, forget it.
So you need to get all your Nepalese rupees before you start walking.
Exactly. And keep it safe, waterproof bag with your passport, the usual valuables.
And a specific point for UK listeners.
Yes. Scottish and Northern Irish notes aren't accepted in Nepal, so stick to Bank of England notes when exchanging. Also, the Nepalese rupee is a closed currency.
Meaning you can't easily exchange it back outside Nepal.
Pretty much. So change any leftover rupees back before you fly home.
Okay, so that's daily spend and cash. What other costs pile up?
Well, you've got internal flights or transfers to get to the start point. Accommodation in Kathmandu or Pokhara before and after.
Then the tea houses on the trek itself.
All right, and permits, those are essential. Then optional extras like guides, porters, even things like hot showers, Wi-Fi where available, charging your phone that often costs extra.
Let's talk about guides and porters. Big decision for many trekkers. What are the options?
You can go totally independent, unguided. That's the cheapest, most flexible way. You still meet people in the tea houses, get that community feel.
Or you can hire help.
Exactly. Hire a personal guide, which costs around, say, $20, $25, or $25, $30 a day. That usually covers their costs too: food, lodging, insurance.
And porters for carrying the main bag.
Yep, a porter is maybe $10, $15, or $15, $20 a day. And often, one porter can carry gear for 2 trekkers, so you can split the cost.
What are the real benefits of having a guide, apart from maybe finding the way?
Oh, it's huge. Local knowledge is invaluable. Best routes, safe stops. Crucially, they know the signs of altitude sickness. That can be life-saving.
Good point.
Plus, they offer so much insight into the culture, the history you're walking through. It really deepens the experience. And of course, you're directly supporting the local economy.
Right, providing employment. Okay, before we even get to guides, what about the official paperwork, visas, permits?
First, your Nepal visa. Depends how long you stay, but costs range from about $30 for 15 days up to $125 for 90 days.
And for the trek itself?
2 key permits. There's the TIMS Card Trekkers Information Management System. That's about $13 or $16.
Okay.
And the ACAP permit, and Annapurna Conservation Area Project Entry Permit. That's around 20 pounds or $23.
And where do you get these?
Usually in Kathmandu or Pokhara before you start. If you hire a guide, they often sort all this out for you, which is handy.
Just need your passport, And photos, I guess.
Yep, passport and 2 passport photos for each permit. Standard procedure.
Okay, so that covers a lot of the practical stuff. But the Annapurna circuit, it's not just about the mountains and the logistics, is it? The cultural side is massive.
It really is. That's where it gets really interesting, I think. As you're trekking, you're walking through villages, through people's lives. It's a living cultural landscape.
And incredibly diverse culturally.
Hugely. In the southern parts, you'll meet mainly Gurung and Magar communities. Then as you go higher and further north, it shifts to Thakali, Mananj, Loba people.
Different languages, traditions.
Oh yeah, unique dialects, cultures, traditions, plus Brahmin, Chetri groups, others too. And religious practices are fascinating. Hinduism, Buddhism, often this blend of both. You even find Sherpas, famous for mountaineering, living up high.
And how do people make a living there? It seems so remote.
Traditional life is still very strong. Agriculture and looking after animals, that's the backbone. You'll see them growing maize, millet, rice, barley, potatoes.
Using traditional methods?
Often, yes. Hoeing, plowing with animals, it's hard work. Migrant labor, sending money back, and trade also play a part.
Can you give us a feel for some of the villages you pass through? What makes them special?
Sure. Early on, places like Bulpul or Ngadi give you a nice intro to Gurung culture. You see their traditional houses, maybe chat with farmers.
Then you climb higher?
Right. You get to Cheme, which is the district HQ for Manang. It's a real mixed traditional Himalayan feel, but with some modern touches. Good place for monasteries, markets with local crafts.
I've heard about Pisang, upper and lower.
Yes, fascinating contrast. Upper Pasang really shows the Tibetan influence houses tightly packed around an old monastery. Incredible views. You might even catch a prayer ceremony at the Gompa, the monastery.
Sounds amazing. And Manang itself.
Manang is a major stop. It's a hub. Culturally and logistically, there's a great cultural museum there, really worth visiting. And you see yaks, proper traditional yak herding.
And close to Manang, there's Braga.
Braga, yeah. It has the Braga Gompa. Incredible place. It's like 500 years old, built right into the cliff. One of the oldest, biggest monasteries in the area. Ancient art inside, stacked stone houses. Really unique.
And after the big pass, Thorongla, you reach Muktanath. That's a big deal, isn't it?
Huge. Muktanath is incredibly sacred. For Hindus, it's a place of liberation, Moksha Kshetra. For Buddhists, it's where Guru Rinpoche meditated. Very powerful spiritual energy there.
What's actually at Muktanath?
There's the main Vishnu temple, these 108 water spouts where pilgrims bathe even in the freezing cold. And it's amazing eternal flame burning from natural gas seeping out of the ground.
Wow. So beyond the specific villages, what other cultural experiences stand out? Festivals?
Definitely. If you're lucky with timing, you might hit Dashain or Tihar, major Hindu festivals. Or Losar, the Tibetan New Year. The Gurungs have Tamu Losar. There's even a horse racing festival called Yertung. Loads going on at different times.
And the food. We mentioned dalbat.
Dalbat is king. Lentil soup, rice, maybe some veg curry. Trekkers live on it. But you should also try momos, Tibetan dumplings.
Momos.
Yeah. Chow mein, yak cheese, which is strong stuff. Buckwheat pancakes, Tibetan bread. Lots of hearty food. Just remember, prices do creep up the higher you go.
Makes sense. Everything has to be carried up. What about crafts? Buying souvenirs?
You'll see lots of handmade wool stuff, sweaters, rugs, hats. Buying directly from local artisans is a great way to support them and get something genuinely authentic.